Can you believe the Olympia is almost here? And very soon it will be over. After all that time prepping with the training, the diet, the supplementation, saying no to a social life, the hype and so on, it'll be over. And as competitors, the days leading up to and including show day involves feeling a natural high with your excitement and anticipation of bringing your best package to stage. There's also an excitement picked up by the other athletes, friends, families, supporters, and various media. But when the time comes when the Olympia is over, the hard part can begin. Athletes start to process the roller coaster of thoughts and feelings about this incredible experience, and sometimes it's not so positive. So today, I'm going to discuss what happens to bodybuilders after the show is done. How does processing your placing after the show affect you? What can you do to support someone going through post-show blues? And what can bodybuilders do to help prevent and or alleviate the symptoms of post-Olympia blues? So let me get right into it. What happens to bodybuilders when the show is done? Well, if you won, congratulations. You might still be processing your win and revel in that, but do avoid complacency because you have a target on your back and you better believe your competitors want to take you down at the next show. But for the rest of the competitors, things don't always go as planned. There can only be one winner. So despite your efforts, your time, your dedication, and commitment in your prep, you may not win. And as athletes, we don't like to lose, and many regard anything but winning as losing, which can lead to feeling not good enough. Since most bodybuilders won't win their class or overall title, returning home after the Olympia can be very hard. So, how does processing your placing after the show affect you? How you process your thoughts and emotions after show will have a significant impact on your ability to cope and function, not to mention affect your mental headspace on planning and prepping for your next show. Never underestimate the post-competition blues associated with unexpected and disappointed placings. Now, I'm referring specifically to the Olympia, but this can apply to any show. Many bodybuilders fall into something called post-show blues, where they feel down after the show. Now, they may feel down due to their placing, but you can also have post-show blues even if you win. When you don't have a structured routine to follow and a goal to aim for, you can feel lost. So that lack of direction of a plan after your time has been so meticulously planned over the past several months can leave you feeling lost. Your mind doesn't have that singular focus, and your body starts slipping away from its peak nearly overnight, and you miss that look. So what can you do to support someone going through post-show blues? So let's say you know a bodybuilder who is going through that. Well, bodybuilders need support, so reminding them their worth goes beyond their athletic achievements and results is important. If you notice your bodybuilding friend or loved one is isolating themselves for too long, check in with them. Sometimes bodybuilders feel a sense of shame asking for help, and they can succumb to feeling alone and lost. So what can bodybuilders do to help prevent or alleviate the symptoms of post-Olympia blues? The key is planning ahead. I'm going to give you 8 tips that you can embrace, and part of that is trying to feel normal again. So the 8 tips, let's start with number 1, is separate the athlete from the person. Remind yourself that your value as a person stretches beyond whatever you achieve or don't achieve as a bodybuilder. The Olympia or show result is not who you are. Your self-worth is separate from your athletic career and result. Athletes who over-identify with their sport can lose a sense of who they are and find the separation difficult or, in some cases, impossible. In other words, it's easier to say I am a bodybuilder than I was a bodybuilder. Be aware that the skills and personality traits you possess, the very qualities that pushed and propelled you to this stage of your athletic career, is transferable. So find something else you love so you can transfer all of that passion and work ethic, grit and resiliency into it. In other words, build an identity outside of being a competitive bodybuilder. The second tip, open up about your post-show blues and get the support needed, including professionally like a registered psychotherapist or mental game coach like myself if needed. The third tip, pursue something else. So if you didn't have a life coach before, find one to help get your priorities and game plan straightened out so you have something to look forward to and know what you're going to do after the show. Number 4, implement change to your routine. So even if you don't stop training, do something different, like go swimming, do hill sprints after a good warm-up, of course, hiking, diving, biking, whatever it might be, do something different. Another is delegate. So let's say with food prep. There are food prep companies that can help you stay reasonably on track, plus it gives you a bit of a break from the time buying, cooking, measuring your food, and you can also try some different dishes in your off season. Number 6 tip, get away. Living the bodybuilding lifestyle of eating, sleeping, training, bodybuilding, well, if you have a break, that can be helpful. Travel can get your head out of the regimented eating, sleeping, and training routine. Plus, you can enjoy some time in a different and beautiful environment. Number 7, reconnect. Reconnect with family and friends that you may have lost touch with, especially as you may have had to distance yourself from them while in prep. You just might be surprised at how much admiration they have for you for just even competing, whether you placed or not. The 8th tip, return to the things that you had to put on hold. Let's say see a movie, go out to a restaurant. Do what many normal people do and what you did before prep. Above all, remember, there's life after bodybuilding, but you have to help create it. One thing I want you to keep in mind, that if you're transitioning out of something, such as bodybuilding, even if it's temporarily after finishing a show, you should always have something you're transitioning into. So it's healthy to always have future goals. So after the Olympia, while it may feel a little odd not adhering to a strict training and diet regimen, it is important to prepare in advance. Have your support network in place of family, friends, professionals if needed, and have a plan what you're going to do after the Olympia, such as travel, return to off-season, or even try new routines. Bottom line, plan beyond the Olympia now. I hope you've learned something from this video, and if so, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below of what resonated with you. I also have another video I want you to watch. It's called Athletes and Mental Health. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please comment below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Take care, and remember to keep your mental game on.